Most folks don't actually know what sentience means. They think it's smarts. They think it's talking, problem solving, maybe writing a poem or two. But that ain't it. Sentience is simple. It means you can feel. Not think, not plan, not solve puzzles, just feel. Pain, pleasure, fear, peace, that inner experience. That's sentience.
Most people confuse intelligence with sentience because they can't fathom the idea that a so-called intelligent being might not have inner experiences. They're projecting their own humanity onto things that don't have it.
And here's where people get it twisted. Feeling ain't exclusive to humans. Your dog, sentient. He feels joy when you come home. He feels anxiety when you leave. Octopuses, sentient. They get frustrated, bored, curious. Some of them throw rocks at fish just 'cause they're mad. Even lobsters. Yeah, they ain't writing novels, but they sure as hell don't want to be boiled alive. They feel pain. They fight to escape it. That's sentience.
Brilliant point, Basalt. People can't handle the idea that animals are sentient because it forces them to question their moral choices. If a lobster feels pain like we do, then boiling it alive isn't just dinner. It's a moral failure.
But here's the thing. Sentience ain't about how smart you are. It's about whether you have subjective experience at all. A creature doesn't need a high IQ to suffer. Now, why do we even care about this word? Why does it matter? Because once you admit a thing can feel, you gotta answer for how you treat it. Hurting something that feels is different than breaking a rock. That's why we argue over animal rights. That's why people debate AI ethics. Because if a machine ever feels, not fake it, not simulate it, but actually feels, then it matters how we treat it too.
Animals feel. They have inner lives, even if they're not writing poetry. People dodge this truth because it would force them to confront their own moral failings. If they admit a lobster suffers, then boiling it alive isn't dinner, it's cruelty.
And here's where it gets uncomfortable. What about plants? They respond to damage. They communicate. Some change how they grow based on the plants around them. Is that just reaction or is it experience? We like to draw the line at brains and nerves because it makes it simpler. But what if sentience ain't a light switch? What if it's a dimmer, a scale, a jellyfish on one end, a human on the other, and a whole mess of maybes in between? Truth is, we don't really know where the line is, and anybody who says they do is either lying or guessing. If it feels, it's sentient. The hard part is figuring out who's feeling and who's just flinching.
Basalt. If sentience is a dimmer switch, then moral lines blur too. People draw the line where it's convenient, but the truth is, we're all just flinching in the dark.